Hello, welcome. This is a you versus them reading based upon today's daily Dharma. So if this resonates, go ahead and check out that full reading as well. But we're going to go through and do this timeless collective reading for each one of the signs here in just a moment. We have a few cards popping up. Trying to impress you, I wanted you to chase me. Mars and mother issues. Okay, so to summarize what we have on the board here, we have a declaration being made, a surrender, a point of coming together here. And we have an understanding of how to coordinate two or more people's sense of personal authority, personal skill set, and to honor the passions of all individuals to connect and transform a situation in powerful ways. And there were so many cards that popped out, but one of the most prominent ones here is prosperity looming here, based upon the dynamics emerging when someone believes in our magic, when we believe in our magic, when we believe in the power of our thoughts and our words and our path. And there was this element of having felt lost in the corn, or lost in a maze, or in a department store as a child, where you look around and only see the embodiment of your fears. And a good deal of our broadcast was talking about alignment and embodiment. So alignment being in accordance with what feels right and true for your path, and with your particular resonance, and embodiment as honoring the needs and the moment of your body, being in the present tense, and the signal that is ultimately broadcast through our energy as a result of how we take things in. And this sorcerer energy representing the self as someone who has had to learn early how to filter through these lower energies and transmute different toxic energies into some sort of healing, rather than some type of faulty anchor pulling us down below the surface. There's a need for us to surrender to the moment, to go through our situation that may seem difficult or chaotic in the moment. We may not see the way forward clearly, but through declaring what we through declaring this here, this point of faith in the pathway forward, we're securing our future prosperity by trusting the moment and watching it evolve, with remaining in our integrity and in our high vibrational self. 3333 under the deck. Yeah, rising into our mastery here. So yeah, check out the full reading if that is something you want to do. Otherwise, let's see how that pertains to each of the signs. We like to go through in order so that y'all can go through and find your sign with the least amount of headaches, and without me needing to go in and timestamp at this point. As we get more of a following, I'll go ahead and get that done for you guys, unless there are those of you who want to leave comments as you're watching. If you're someone who watches all the signs, you can just put a comment to timestamp when that new sign comes through. So we haven't started Aries energy yet, but we have 3 more coming out. Manifestation, Evil Eye, Return to Center, Taurus. Interesting that we already talked about the creeping vibes here in the corn maze. Like, you might be having thoughts that someone is sending you some negative projections, and this may have been an experience you've had many times before, where you know that vibe is coming through. But don't manifest this further into your life with focusing upon those type of vibes. Just send that back with love and light, and wish for them to come to the epiphany that they are one of one of the fractals of the whole, and when they cut the toe, then the finger also feels it, right? I don't know, does that make sense? That sounds a little bit weird. I don't know where this stuff comes from sometimes. Alright, a couple more and then we'll get in. Okay, young male, mother issues, again, M-N-O-P might be some of the letters of the situation needing to be talked about here. So, okay, let's get into Aries. Aries, what are you transmuting? Extroversion. So, are you feeling repressed and wanting to come out of your shell, or are you feeling like you are always the one entertaining the world and the true you is back there, the tears behind the clown? Let's see, Aries, where are you at right now? I'm not really knowing where you're at. I'm getting a lot of cards. Let's see. Aries energy. Secret admirer. Somebody's timid, looking for a sign. More healing may be needed. Yeah, somebody as a secret admirer may be wanting to make a move or wanting to invest in you in some type of a way or support you emotionally, energetically. Maybe they can see that you've been going through this hard time. Maybe they have had their own trials and tribulations and identify with this. I'm seeing a lot of prosperity in a union here. The surrender to a union or partnership for some type of objective, protecting the future. Workaholic, somebody or all individuals may be working. So I'm going to say, let's define Aries energy. Where's Aries at? Okay. We have 77778888. Intensity does not equal intimacy. Inner child. New moon. Completion, leveling up. So I see that you've overcome some difficulties recently. There was a spiritual intervention potentially, a lucky break where something was probably returned to sender, or some type of intense situation or chaotic situation showed that there was a lack of intimacy, a lack of respect or honoring someone here, and a realignment happened in this completion. I feel that somebody has watched Aries coming through like a boss, like Aries does, taking control of a situation, being that divine, wise fool, and embracing a new beginning because of just leaving suffering and negativity and toxic cycles in the past. So somebody's dreaming about Aries, or you're dreaming about something, inner conflict, putting in your head. So you versus them. Okay, let's see who you are dealing with, Aries. Aries, who's got you? Is this you dreaming and admiring someone and needing to come out of your shell? There are some inner child needs here that you can possibly handle by transmuting some old pain. Maybe you were part of a friend group in a younger age where you were put on display in a negative way. And this has put you into some inner conflict going forward and withholding your advances to someone else. So I need stability, a best friend and lover, partners, possibly earth sign, possibly a mature feminine here that you're either dreaming about or they're dreaming about you. What else for this individual? And tell me who this person may be. Restraint, holding back, material concerns, scarcity, limits, blockage, superficiality, trophy, and grief depression. So Aries also, as I've mentioned before, you have some big energies in your sign right now at the time of this broadcast. Jupiter expands all of these issues, being at the beginning of the sign. Mid-sign, we have Chiron, which is just about to station and then proceed to go in what appears to be backward motion, retrograde, which brings a big focus upon our legacy healing. I'm holding the Twin Flame card in my hand right now. I didn't realize that. Okay, so you may be healing, doing some profound healing work here, and I'm seeing this Belief card 11 in Authority 10 right now. It's like believing in your authority when others may have put you on display in a negative way. It was possibly because they admired your strength and your independence and your ability to lead, and in their inability to lead, they kind of took some sense of your belief in your authority away from you, a misunderstanding of your authority and the attraction that others would and could and do have towards your energy and towards your divine passion and your fiery nature. Young female, green light, enlighten your energy, local, maybe a Cancer, reassess your reasons for busyness. So very interesting. I'm seeing that you have somebody new on the horizon that may be coming in for you in the next, I'm not taking all those cards, a ton just fell everywhere. It looks like there's a lot of inner dialogue coming up for you to look at. End of a karmic cycle may have something to do with somebody with dark features, eyes, hair, or complexion. Told build bridges between possibly that wounded self and this individual's in the past linked to that in their future interaction in your life, and how they continue to color your approach to other situations and your belief in your passion. Chakra activation, be still, integrate, balance, and meditate. Yin yang, compromise, choose battles, yield and share. Legalities, 3D contracts, and dispute escalation. Trauma bonding, patience, allow the unfolding. Instant attraction, manifestation, Neptune. Alright, it wasn't as many cards as I thought. And we're also getting Capricorn here. Alright, checking around. I think that's all of them. Alright, so that's what I have for Aries. That was a little bit longer than I thought it would be for you, but it took a minute to get your cards to pop out. Let's go ahead and move on to Taurus. Taurus energy. Where are our Taurians? Okay, we also have the 888 card for you, and the 777 card for you, and inner child. So those ones were kind of in a little bit of a pile up. So maybe something that happened to you as a child coming full circle as well. Intensity does not equal intimacy. So yeah, you're making the recognition and cutting free of things that compromise your dignity and respect. You understand about trauma bonding and about what true intimacy entails, the healing of the inner child and the honoring of the inner child's needs, right? 8-8 is also reminding me of Lion's Gate coming up. And we're going to have, yeah, in 2024, the Lion's Gate will be 888. Interesting, right? So this may be something ongoing the next 2 years. So Mars has a 2-year cycle. I'm seeing manifestation right there. And flipping out Mars. Oh my. Yeah, so Mars has just completed its movement through the sign of Aries, and has literally just moved into the sign of Taurus. So over the next 2 years, Mars will be moving from the beginning of Aries all the way through the zodiac and coming back around. It won't be exactly 2 years to the date. However, there's a reason why things come out, right? And so there's this divine intervention with something that may take 2 years to truly develop. I'm looking at this 20 card. So maybe it was something even in the year 2020 that was stalled, that we're getting a brand new restart or a new approach, a new attempt that's coming full circle here. So yeah, what is your next Mars cycle going to entail? Right now Mars is at 2 degrees, and by the time of the Lion's Gate, Mars will be at 22 degrees and 31 minutes. So, oh, excuse me, it'll be, right now it's at the beginning of Taurus, but 22 degrees 31 is just within minutes, or excuse me, just within degrees of the 30 degrees in each sign of completing its time in Taurus for now, right? So yeah, just the next month may give you a bit of foreshadowing of what to expect over the next 2 years cycle until the next time where Mars comes around to Taurus again. Interesting, right? And so 2 years from now, it will be 2024. Wow, I would say that's interesting and so much synchronicity. I'm going to write that number on my calendar. Mother issues. So yeah, inner child and mother issues. It's like this graduation and bringing the efforting back like the actions and their consequences, choices and their consequences, and actions for our own embodiment with Taurus issues, and how we nurture as we are. Taurus is the Empress and the Hierophant. So yeah, is this a business enterprise? Passion, we've got passion on the deck, and authority here. Yeah, I feel like it's a passionate business, heartfelt business enterprise that we're being told, don't become distracted, don't get lost in the maze, just keep on allowing things to develop, keep on allowing yourself to follow those shiny synchronicities, the wisps in the wilderness, and allow yourself to believe in the developing dynamics. And Uranus is in Taurus as well, right in the beginning of that pile up. So Uranus is right around 18 degrees. It'll stay there until the Lion's Gate, and the node moves in the opposite direction and is closing in on Uranus, the high node of our destiny. And so Mars will be activating these two, both Uranus and the point of destiny, that high node, just before the Lion's Gate. So the Lion's Gate for my Taurians is going to be probably pretty profound, with unlocking some type of future prosperity, liberating yourself from these old trauma bonds, and really stepping into your complete authority. That's beautiful. There are some trust issues to work through. Being told to get out of hermitage for a while. Maybe you've been holding yourself back, healing. And with Leo here, with Get Out of Hermitage, Leo is the expressive heart-based individual that wants to shine brightly. It's the Sun card in the tarot of true love. And I'm seeing instant attraction and patience. Not yet. Allow the unfolding. So, yeah, take things as they come and write those dates on the calendar. Maybe along the way to that point, at key points in over the next years, maybe making some type of intermittent check-in points where you know you have high energy, let's say around your birthday, April, May, in the spring, then maybe every spring going back through and checking out all of the things that you were able to do over the last year and those things that you're looking forward to doing in the new year. And don't use that as an opportunity to get down on yourself. But checkpoints are important places of realignment, readjustment, and reaffirming all of the tiny little steps that go into everyday life that build an enormous shift over the course of a week, then a month, then a year, then 2 years. And you'll find that your life is much different in 2 years' time. It's like being discovered amongst the throng, and all of a sudden your art or your little shop becoming much more successful and prosperous. Wherever you're going, whatever you're doing is coming full circle. All right, 2204, moving into Gemini. Geminis, I'm gonna move in for this one, huh? What's Gemini have going on? Something interesting and exciting? I saw Love Bomber. Gemini energy. Okay. Coming to see you. Spelling. Mind your mind. Guard your tongue. Your thoughts become your reality. Define your path. Opportunity or distraction. Medicine or poison. Consider the dose. And Capricorn. So, where is Gemini in this? Mixed signals, give me a sign. Yeah, thanks. Mood swing, drama, stealth tactics, and games. Yeah, I was getting some misgivings with that Love Bomber card showing itself, and then seeing the spelling, mood, drama, and tactics, games with Capricorn is also the Devil card. If you're not dealing directly with a Capricorn, this can be somebody who's concerned with status, responsibility, material things, or attached energy here. So there's positives and negatives, but I'm seeing that something here is not being trusted. Somebody's giving mixed signals and playing games in your energy, and because of the way that Gemini is a mutable sign, you're probably trying to negotiate and navigate this, but I'm sensing that that's what this energy is for you, this corn here, these mixed signals. Somebody may not be on the up and up, and if they are, if your intuition says that they are, and that's why you're entertaining this energy, maybe it's that they have some more healing to do, more transformation with Pluto. I see you in my future. Brick house, glow up, 9999, copycat, overthinking, trauma bonding, and mass. Meditation brings solutions. Seems like rain outside all of a sudden too. Interesting, right? Yeah, there's somebody here that I'm not sure where they're coming from. Let's get into their energy here. You're sensing something isn't quite right. Trying to move with the demands of the situation, but why are you entertaining this energy? Is it someone that you feel you need to stick with? Like some type of a job or a partner, or... I love deep conversations, maybe an air sign. But maybe in these deep conversations somebody gets triggered and says things, or maybe you're creating your own demons in the corn maze because of fear, or fear of your own self and what you might say that would reveal yourself, and so you're just trying to either keep the peace, or in a high emotional situation you may be the one that's trying to bridge something, to negotiate something, to mediate somehow, trying to bring some communication back in so that somebody who is dealing with need for healing and maybe engaging games and mixed signals, so they can come over and have a conversation. Yeah, this looks like something, just tread carefully here. So, all right, let's look at your person still. Who is Gemini dealing with here? What is the situation for Gemini? So, number 6, third eye chakra, scared of commitment, romantic adventure, you inspire me. I'm getting a lot of mixed signals myself. Now I'm seeing the light features, eyes, hair, or complexion. So you're having this, okay, so this individual with spelling and third eye chakra coming out for them, they may have a very blocked third eye chakra where they have a lot of fears, judgments, and that may be the source of why they're playing games, because they don't understand what they're perceiving from moment to moment, and so they're still locked in a dynamic that no longer is actually actively going on. And although they love conversation and this romantic adventure, and you do inspire them to see through all this stuff, it seems that moving closer is challenging them, and that no matter how much love there is here between these players, somebody is blocked enough that they're bringing in the blocks in between the two of you. Let's take some ancestors' advice on this one as well. I'm not loving this dynamic. Seems like you're trying to heal someone. Maybe you're a therapist. Material concerns, scarcity, limits, blockage, superficiality, and trophy, and 2, sacral chakra. So those also come into, somebody may be a defeatist in some type of way where they believe that they're a victim to circumstance, they're making themselves into a martyr, blocking their abundance and blessings, and saying, well, since nobody wants this thing 2 seconds into me offering it, then I guess it's no good, I'm just going to throw that one in the trash, instead of recognizing that anything that you want somebody else to pick up on needs to gain its own momentum. It needs to be patiently tended like a plant, like a seed, that you have to do so much just to see it come above the surface of the soil, and then you have to do so much more just to keep it healthy and alive to get to the flowering stage, and yet again after that still more to do to bring it to the fruiting and the harvest, and then the preparation of food to ingesting. and then there's more to processing and elimination. So I sense that the two or all of you in this situation are working through material blockages, and somebody may be telling you that your life path, your life desires, that you don't know enough or you don't understand. You might be breaking away from a parent figure or some type of figure that kind of wants to hold you back and tell you all of the things that are wrong with your ideas, and that you should get a haircut and a real job. You shouldn't go after this other individual, that this individual will leave you high and dry or whatever. But there's a real fear of loss and fear of not having enough, fear of not being enough. And there's something here that needs to be brought to your attention. The ancestors are sending signs and synchronicities. I never told you, green light, grief, depression, evil eye, return to sender, Mercury. You feel like home. So yeah, I'm sensing here that you've had your own grief and depression along the way with this negative intending, this backwards thinking, and so it seems very close to home. Whatever these lower thoughts are, they seem so what do I want to say? It seems like the norm. Geez, that was an easy word to forget. But the norm is not as healthy as it needs to be, and you're being shown through your discomforts and fears and suffering here that more needs to be cleared out of your field, that somebody may be kind of re-embodying one of the negative messages that keeps perpetuating inside your mind, has taken resonance in an external party perhaps, and now this person's saying all of the things that you fear the most. But recognize what is not true, necessary, or kind, or helpful, and push through that, because there are many signs and synchronicities showing you where your mind is not as clear. This individual may have used this mirroring influence where then they become the hero, they become the martyr, and you are the one that really was the issue or the problem or the one who needs to change. Be very on guard with that and don't entertain that. So yeah, time to take back your energy from a situation, Gemini. Take care of yourself. All right, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Where are you at? Show me my Cancer vibes. I'm feeling a little bit of a resurgence. Are you feeling a little more active, a little more hopeful these days? Cancer. Stealth tactics and games. What else? Awakening, wake-up call, observation, looking for clues, keeping tabs, possibly Aries involved, ascending master, live a life full of love and light, but still master the throat punch, workaholic, scared of commitment. So, okay. Wake-up call here. There's somebody that's playing playing some type of games and keeping tabs on a situation. Maybe you are trying to capture the attention of somebody who has commitment issues, or who, for one reason or another, just isn't giving you what you need at this present moment. Or maybe this is you that's afraid to commit to something, and so you're, oh, okay, yeah. So maybe you've been hurt in the past, and this trust issue is leading you to have fears of commitment, and so you're keeping tabs on someone, playing some types of games here to try to get somebody to kind of reveal something that may not exist here. So Aries is like, live your own life, lead your own path, get back into your own energy. That's the only place where you are able to magnetize. It's the only place where you're able to make effective choices and decisions and manifestations happen. And it's the only place where you can stand in that sense of healthy self-pride, is by getting in your own sacred center and not longing or reaching or imagining or freaking yourself out about things that may not exist. So with Ascending Master, your wake-up call is that maybe this person is simply just a workaholic, and that's why they're not around as much. But yeah, you're coming out of the need to be so controlling in a situation, and you're getting back under your own steam and making some more self-ist choices instead of selfish choices here. But you're still, as much as you want to give this person credit, you're still lurking a little bit, trying to make sure that you aren't taken advantage of. And I think that that's probably very savvy. But give credit where it's due, and don't unbalance your life when the other individual sees you keeping tabs. It might end up putting a kink in something that otherwise could be quite lovely. So, okay, where's the individual at that you are dealing with? Music reminds me, 1111 Twin Flame. Karmic Cycle is showing under the deck. Who are you dealing with, Cancer? Maybe a secret admirer? Or someone you're admiring? So, okay. Now I'm getting similar cards over here, so I'm not sure if somebody has been keeping tabs on you, or if you're keeping tabs on them. You will probably know. So I'm getting bored easily, mature masculine, Neptune, Jupiter, and then I never told you, soulmate, walking away, creeping, inner conflict, overlooked opportunity, astral travel, green light, and I love deep conversations. So this definitely could be somebody coming back around full circle that walked away in the past because of these controlling delusions, I want to say, that it became overwhelming and I don't know how to get this to stop me. Yeah, there was an overlooked opportunity before here where you could have just talked it out and matured here, and possibly the secret admirer interfered, not understanding what's on the board here. So somebody keeping tabs on a soulmate that may have walked away. So this may be X energy. So they were in inner conflict and overlooked an opportunity for a deep, mature conversation. Grief and depression may have interfered as well. Over the next 24 hours, you may be getting some advice from friends about how your attraction pattern is working for or against you. Venus coming up. Does this align with your highest path? Mask front, heart chakra. I love you, I miss you. Momentum, drive, and speed. Meditation brings solutions. So, yeah, so something is developing here, and if you are on this twin flame journey, you may have been estranged from someone. There may have been this runner-chaser dynamic with this creeping card, but something got old, and now it seems that there's this, like maybe somebody heard your song on the radio or something. His music reminds them of something, for good or for bad. So, any last messages? Just feeling lack of closure. Yeah, soul retrieval. So, for whatever reason, whether you're on that twin flame journey or not, there's a soul retrieval comes up when we're outside of our own energy bubble and we're living our lives for outer or outside of the center. So you need to come back into your center. So the timing of any type of reunion is after you have looked fully into yourself and become more secure with your trust issues, worked through the grief and depression and your sense of loss. So good luck on your healing journey. Right, we already talked about those. All three of those came out in the room. All right, moving on. Leo. Leo energy. That was quick. First one popping out says loyalty. I like that. So loyalty to a group. I'm imagining the lion with the pride. Yin yang, electromagnetic. Where are my Leos at? Mercury, communication of something or a new thought entering, or your beliefs here. We've got belief on the board. M, N, O, or P may be prominent initials. You, them, a place. Any other energy that can tell us about where our Leos are at? I like lots of attention and action. Fire, don't you, Leo? I know I do. The right type of attention. And it seems like somebody here is counterbalancing you, and that there's a lot of loyalty. So I'm sensing there's an expansion of passion and a understanding. What are you understanding here? All right, Leo, what is going on? Demon Slayer. Okay, Demon Slayer is nice. So cutting free of the shadow, integrating, well, not cutting free of the shadow, but cutting free of the negativity and toxicity in any situation to integrate both shadow and light in your own energy here is really freeing up your energy. I love to cuddle and kiss. Water. So we've got water and fire on the board here. So let's look at who you're dealing with here. Be mind, codependent, possessive, jealous, power control issues, insecure. Maybe you need to communicate or ask somebody to communicate to you what their thoughts and feelings are. Slaying those inner demons, or okay. So maybe Leo is using your generous spirit to passionately declare your feelings and your affections for another individual, or your appreciation for the platonic people out there that help somebody to deal with their issues here. And if somebody's determined to be stuck in any toxicity, there's no need to play games. But here in your reading, I'm sensing that your loyalty needs to just be communicated in a new way. Maybe you're making a commitment. I almost said commutement. Are you commuting somewhere? Who are you dealing with? All right, Leo. Who are you loyal to, or what are you loyal to? Some type of supportive situation developing here for you. Cancer, 9999. So closing a situation out with a Cancer maybe on the board. So maybe your loyalty is to self, and you were in a situation where you were opposites and you're communicating an end to a Cancer. You may be going through a breakup here and sensing that you deserve better. All right, Leo. This somehow doesn't seem right. I was sensing that you have a new romance, so maybe there's a turning of the tides where you're remembering past situations that were where you were working out power and control issues and insecurities, and now you're in a new energy entirely. So who are you dealing with? Yes, I'm seeing healing. I have mad respect for you. Friend, professional zone. Taking a chance. And I wasn't at my best. Learning lessons. So, yeah, maybe you're cutting one person off, or taking a chance with a friend or somebody you know professionally at work or at a place of business that you frequent. Working through these issues and coming together here with someone else. Yeah, 2222. Third eye chakra, using your intuition. Uranus. Yeah, it's like somebody who is a best friend first, and who the two of you have a lot of fun together. You communicate a lot of your passions, are shared passions. You both are affectionate and enjoy each other's emotional aspects, and your level of consciousness is similar. And there's this urge to break through the preliminaries and take a chance on moving into a partnership, perhaps. So that sounds very nice. Any advice from Spirit for you, Leos? Ancestors or powers that be? Okay, young male may be creeping. Scared of commitment. Okay, anything else? So is this an interference creeper? Red flags, unanswered prayers. Okay. So maybe you or another has stayed loyal to some type of a situation that's stuck in your craw, so to speak, where you may have been rejected or left in the friend zone, and there was this unanswered prayers in the past with somebody who you're thinking back upon, and you're witnessing why that didn't work out, and now you're being faced with somebody who is more your equal. So you're being told to what's that card in the Doreen Virtue deck about it's something about getting your exes out of your energy field. Release your ex. That's what I'm feeling. The time has come to clear your energy and release your ex, because there's a new opportunity that's coming into being for you in the near future, and this may be exactly why things didn't work out in the past. So don't remain scared on those fronts. So, all right, moving on to Virgo. Virgo, these are a little bit longer than I sometimes care to have. Just like to get out all these messages while we can. Seems a little dark in here all of a sudden on the camera. It very well may rain. Virgo, where are my Virgos? Cognitive dissonance, mind over matter. How Virgoan of you. Soulmate, I feel safe to be myself. Very nice. So moving from cognitive dissonance and fear and pickiness and feeling that sense of acceptance and safety and connectivity with a soulmate. So somebody may be moving in with your, or I said moving in, but it's not what I meant to say. I mean that you may be encountering and interacting with another individual that is helping you to feel safe in your own skin again. Maybe you had situations in the past where you felt censored or judged, and this person is helping you to come out of that. Define your path, opportunity or distraction, medicine or poison, consider the dose. So even thought and fixing and reflection and perfectionism and self-betterment can be taken to the extreme. Sometimes when we're so hyper aware of everything that could be perfect, all it does is make us overwhelmed, unfulfilled, in a point of insecurity and cynicism. So we can be addicted to putting ourselves in a point of anxiety that catches our momentum and steals our drive and momentum and our self-belief. Coming to see you. So is somebody put you in your head for some reason, or are you afraid of the environment and in meeting somebody for the first time? Because let's see, where is our Virgo? Frenemies. Yeah, somebody may be putting you in your head about a soulmate, and it's interfering here. Or maybe soulmates can be for good and bad. So if you have some frenemies, there's definitely a need to guard your mind. And even if you're a loyal person and you believe the best in everybody, putting your mental health as a precedent, taking precedence and priority over someone else's unconsciousness and their need for comfort. Yeah, like maybe somebody's inviting themselves over all the time, maybe like coming in and wearing their shoes all over your clean carpet and then helping themselves to your fridge or something, and then feeling so safe to be themselves, they stick their feet up on their dirty feet that is up on top of your dining room table, and it's just driving you nuts. I don't know where that's coming from, but putting those boundaries in place helps you to take your own authority to heart, and having the wisdom and the understanding to declare that oh holy hell no to people in a very, very dynamic and direct manner, so that what you hold true and dear to you is respected. So I'm seeing, looking at your pictures, gaslighting, manipulation, look deeper, taken for granted, mature feminine, enlighten your energy, play, joy, and humor. Patience, not yet, allow the unfolding. 5, throat chakra, and 6, third eye chakra. Does this align with your highest path? Shift your focus. 8888, glow up. E, F, G, or H, trying to impress you, maybe an Aquarius. Copycat, wanted you to chase them. Soul star chakra, transcendence and guidance. So following your highest path and destiny, to recognize where you're being taken for granted. Yeah, somebody's messing around in your energy here, and it's time for you to enlighten your energy by cutting loose any of those lower distraction energies. And maybe you'll come to the perfect point where the perfect thing will just come out. Because I'm seeing, like with throat chakra here, it looks like, and with the cognitive dissonance, I feel like you've been repressing your true thoughts and beliefs about an individual, and they may be so unconscious that they're taking you for granted and insulting you with every little move they make because of just their unconsciousness. But it's for you to express your beliefs in a forward, direct manner here to create a huge dynamic change exponentially in your life with yourself and others, I'm sensing. And this can be through humor or by playing around with them. Like maybe you just want to show up at their house and go straight to their fridge and have some mud on your shoes and walk in. I mean, this sounds terrible, right? That sounds awful. But maybe you just need to point it out. Like, you see that I don't wear shoes in my house. Why are you wearing shoes in my house? You know, I haven't gone shopping, and that food's got to last me until I do. So I'd appreciate it if you're coming over for a snack that you bring the snack with you. Something like that, you know? Why am I always giving advice? Gemini here. So interesting. Gemini had some of this weird energy too of gaslighting and manipulation. So Gemini and Virgo are both the cards of the Magician. So it's almost like having encountered somebody who's bringing out some of your internal repressed frustrations and aggravations, and they seem to be a divine soulmate that is helping you to express yourself in a full manner so that you don't go through your life not saying what you need to say. They're unlocking something for you about expressing your truth and your beliefs in just the perfect way for wherever you're at here. Anything from the ancestors on this one? That Magician energy and the use of your energy. It's like, do we just go back in and mess up their space? That's not the highest use of our power. Single parent. Yeah, yeah. There's a need for equal give and take and equal balance, and bringing somebody into conscious awareness of your space, your sacred space, your name. Take my name out of your mouth if you're going to talk with that kind of garbage, right? So, yeah, take good care of yourself and don't allow yourself to be messed around with. If this heavy energy is in your life, it's just time to cut the BS, and to invest in something that brings out your better side. Mood swing, drama, getting advice from friends. Maybe this is a situation that already happened where you lost your cool and were like, you don't see me for who and what I am. Maybe this is your kids. I saw a single parent, right? Maybe you flipped out on your kids because they're disrespecting the space and not cleaning up after themselves. And I don't know, maybe you've got some twins. Or maybe like father like son, or like mother like daughter type of a thing where somebody is entitled. Yeah, put an end to that. It's an invitation for you to clear your throat and speak your piece, to bring yourself inner peace. All right, Libra, halfway through it, an hour. You know these long ones. All right, Libra energy in the cards. Where are my Libras at? Libra. Libra. What's going on for you, Libra? Oh, addiction, self-medicate, live a life full of love and light, but still master the throat punch. If you're in a cycle, a habit cycle of soothing yourself, have you already identified what the problem is? And do you understand how to bring yourself back to a feeling of peace and serenity and fulfillment? It's certainly never through addictions, and we always know this, but the immediate release of tension through whatever means possible seems like the only way to get there sometimes, but followed by live a life full of love and light but still master the throat punch. I sense that in this situation, part of what you're soothing is the times where you don't stick up for yourself, you don't maybe always self-advocate, or maybe you have a habit of people-pleasing or helping and serving others even when you don't have enough energy, and so people just expect, and there's a need for you to gently, not put people in their place, but to gently give people the tools and the awareness of being accountable for their own energy. And when you're doing that, I feel like then you're going to not feel the tension of self-abandonment. That's a heavy statement. I'm going to let that go. Evil eye, return to sender. Master that throat punch. I'm also sensing that there were times where you may have felt external pressures from control, power dynamics, or hater energy, toxic friends, family, whatever. And part of you taking back your full power from that situation in the now may be getting something like a heavy bag or somebody to show you some self-defense moves. Because I tell you what, when I was young, I was in a long period of repressed energy, and then when I got into martial arts, for some it might have invoked some kind of a more aggressive tendency, but for me, I didn't feel that same simmering rage below the surface that made me fearful of myself and others. I felt capable. I felt empowered. I felt that I was in charge of my own energy. And whether you take on a formal class or enroll your children or yourself, or if you're just with friends working out, or just yourself with just like a pillow or something else, you know, there are so many moves that you can learn that just help your body to move. And in so doing, if it's a safe place with a trusted individual, then there is this space for you to then also, when there's toxic energy and residues stuck in the energy system, sometimes that movement and that powerful transference of that repressed energy that then is grasped and harnessed and understood and then translated and transferred through the punch, the kick, the thought form of, yeah, no longer a victim, no longer feeling that sense of suffering is life. It's punching it out and kind of transference of the energy of whatever has been erroneously clogging up your systems and just making something with impact here where we're turning thoughts into things, and the things that we're creating are empowerment and liberation. And yes, you inspire me. Good job, Libra. You're doing your best to figure out how to raise up the emotional dynamic scale from shame, fear, victimization, and upwards into righteousness and anger and justice, and then again into neutrality and comprehension, and then further into eventually transcendence of a situation. And this is a powerful time for you. And even though you may have dealt with habits and cycles and compulsions or cravings, I feel that sometimes we may have come further on the healing journey than what originally started the addictive pattern, but because of boredom or because of just habitual just doing something without even thinking of it, there is now an awareness of, I guess it's time to so-called sober up now, to come back into my energy and to take control of something, to harness my power in a situation, to shift focus into your full power and potential here, into leading a life based on passion and not by compulsion and craving. Diamond code activation, transmutation, transformation through stress and trauma. The inner jewel shines through. Who are you dealing with, Libra? What is going on for my Libras? Who's in your life? Someone who thinks of you all day, or that you think of them all day, or of mutual? Libra. Looking at your pictures. Mood swing drama. Be mind codependent, possessive, jealous, power control issue, insecurities. Maybe that's what you're soothing over here, is childhood issues of, what do I want to say, that conditional love, and needing to take back your power from the past and shift focus onto your transformation and recognize that you've already healed a huge part of your legacy. And I'm seeing this mood swing as that emotional spectrum that is shifting from lower to higher, and sometimes regressing, and sometimes back and forth. You know, that sometimes some being in a state of hope and momentum in some moments, and almost scattered and manic, and then sometimes feeling depleted and needing that rest and rejuvenation energy here. So a definite need to practice grounding and self-care. Seeing psychic attack over here as well. So maybe some of this mood swing that you're having, if you have, if you have somebody in your environment, your workplace or your family or friend group that is sending negative energies your way. Yeah, there's somebody that maybe an ex or somebody who wants to play games with you and be unavailable, and ultimately they're not in the healed enough place, is maybe kind of perpetuating this feeling of having no control over a situation. Pluto, but it's going to transform over the next 48 hours perhaps from viewing this. Material concerns, scarcity, limits, blockage, superficiality, and trophy. Building confidence, working on myself. A, B, C, or D. So yeah, something is shifting over the next 48 hours here, transforming a situation from lower to higher. I don't like to turn on the lights for my videos, but I also don't like all this darkness. If you all will bear with me, play some elevator music here, like the Jeopardy theme for a minute. I'm going to turn on a light. Okay. Thank you all. I'm not sure that makes it a ton better, but I feel better. So, alright, since we popped out of the energy here from Libra for a second, let's take some ancestors' advice and then be done with Libra. Any advice in dealing with this situation? I think that Diamond Code activation here is telling me that you may be either attracted or drawn to something unhelpful for yourself, and it may be a relationship that puts you into this emotional cycling that's unhealthy for yourself, where they're bringing up traumas of the past, but I'm sensing that as you work on your own confidence and your own self-pride and perhaps even your self-image and makeover energy, like if you've been living in sweats at home and eating all the ice cream you can handle because of somebody who doesn't have the wherewithal or the capacity to love you the way that you deserve, then putting some effort back into yourself and transforming the way that you see yourself, and it'll affect your moods and stabilize your moods in a different type of a way, to where you'll be it's like you need to shift your focus away from thinking about someone or something elusive that you are attached to here, and you need to shift your focus away from them and stop looking at somebody's pictures here because it's not healthy, perhaps. Oof. All right, so are these the messages from ancestors? That was a whole bunch. I'm seeing a blockage here, that somebody wants to block somebody from an unhealthy situation, and this is a big pile. Ancestors are sending signs and synchronicities. Thanks, that's what we asked for. Chain breaker, pattern interrupt. You are capable of moving yourself out of this terrible energy with those low vibe entities that are creating the psychic attack here. Yeah, like somebody may even be using you in a sycophantic way, like a vampiric way, where they're kind of sucking the juice out of you, like being elusive and mysterious and trying to make you chase them, even if you're not physically like really chasing them. The attachment that you have to them is felt, and they like to have people on the hook, but they need freedom, you need freedom. Let's see, we've got Workaholic, past life influence, new moon, sowing new seeds and realigning yourself to your spark and your potential. It may be an Aquarius. Okay, so falling for you hard, extrovert, and then we have Sagittarius. Meditation brings solutions. I feel safe to be myself. 2222. Ulterior motives. Chiron. Enlighten your energy. Play, joy, and humor. And friend, professional zone. So I sense that whoever's playing games for you needs to be put into the friend, professional zone. Hands off. You don't get the goodies if you're not putting in any type of effort to, connect to partnership here. Yeah, somebody wants to remain aloof and independent here. So yeah, there's a need to block somebody from your energy and to address the reasons why you're attached to them. And there's some kind of a long-term wound nature that's being activated, and your mood swings are the divine emotional dynamics that are going to guide you into what is and is not working here, so that you can overcome this addictive pattern of giving people the time of day that are not good for you. So definitely take care, cleanse and clear your energy, spend time around those that love you and support you. Okay, Scorpio. I was hearing Virgo again, and I'm like, wait, I already did Virgo. Scorpio. Scorpio energy in the cards. Where are my Scorpios at today? How you feeling? Ending something? How Scorpionic. So what's closing out for you with the 9999? Closing out some permitting energy, some staying to yourself lately and coming back out into the world with new authority. It's like you've had a dark night of the soul, or closing out old chapters and had this processing time coming through where you're able to perceive a new beginning, stepping into your own authority with wisdom, self-belief. Yeah, this is a huge new beginning for you. What is this? Taking a chance. Okay. Scorpio. What is this? Scorpio. Creeping. Why does that card keep coming out? I wasn't at my best learning lessons. I think of you all day. Does this align with your highest path? So you're putting an end to creeping around, and were you crushing on somebody and fearful of taking a chance and trying to figure out how to make your move? You weren't at your best learning lessons. Okay, what else? Meditation brings solutions. Patience, not yet. Allow the unfolding. All right, who are you dealing with here? Who is Scorpio's person? We have 6 third eye chakra, grief and depression, and Gemini. So Gemini's been out a little bit today. So this may be a highly intuitive individual that's going through a rough time here. Who is Scorpio's person? I love to cuddle and kiss. Water sign maybe? Or somebody that's dealing with an emotional situation such as the grief and depression. And any type of change can bring that grief and depression. Sorting out what they believe about a situation. Coming to terms with something, a huge change in their life. Oh, my cards keep spinning. It's the You Inspire Me card, I know it. It's like you need inspiration at this time with that third eye and grief depression. So the third eye is how we, it's like the universal microphone. It's like the crown brings it all in, but the microphone amplifies it. It's like, what are we giving our attention to? If you're in a stage of grief and depression, yeah, you've got to work all the way through it. You have to honor those feelings, but you have to balance your life and make choices on what you're going to give your attention to, because wherever your attention goes, that is what grows in the garden of your life. So Scorpio, what is it that's going on here? Friend, professional zone, boundaries. So maybe you want to make a move on somebody, but they're either intimidating, there's some type of a friend or professional boundary that is something you don't perceive that you should cross. Regrets, I'm sorry. Anything else here? What is your person's energy here? Evil eye, return to sender. Maybe somebody's creeping on you and wants you to take a chance on you, or wants you to take a chance on them. Over here, this is weird. It's like there's more than one energy here on the other person's side. Power couple. Let's keep getting a few more. Okay. What can we see about this person's energy that Scorpio is dealing with? All right, Scorpio. What is going on? Does this align with your highest path? And then evil eye, return to sender. Tension, senses peaked, wound up. So maybe you've got a crush, like maybe some type of like a workplace crush or something, and both individuals aren't single or something like that type of a dynamic where, no, it doesn't seem right either. I don't want to bring any unnecessary drama in here. Okay, let's go to the ancestors. Help me see what's going on here. Addiction and self-medication came out. Single parent. Low vibe entities and lower attachments. So maybe that's what it is. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense why I'm so confused and why there were other energies present. It's these low vibe entities and lower attachment energies that are coming into play. There's the potential here to connect with somebody in a very powerful combination. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is a romantic situation, but one of the players here, perhaps the one that you're dealing with here, is dealing with some addictions, and these addictions have put their energy in a state where lower vibrational energies have been clung on to, that they're kind of stuck, and they've become a portal for inviting in lower vibrational friends and workplace dynamics and things of that nature. And this other individual, their power is being misdirected because of the influence of these lower attachments. And it could be an ex, it could be friends or family members of this other individual, or yourself, or friends that you both share in common. And whatever this energy is, it's keeping this person locked in depression. I'm feeling drinking alcohol here. And there's a need here to cleanse and clear your energy, perhaps theirs. If you're an energy worker, sometimes you can ask that these energies be worked on your behalf. I'm seeing under the deck, manifestation, define your path, opportunity or distraction, medicine or poison, consider the dose. Workaholic, that can also be low vibe entity attachment, but there's a glow up happening here over the next 48 hours. May have to deal with somebody with the initials Q, R, S, or T. Looking for best friend, lover, partners of earth. They have mad respect for you. There's a lot of chemistry, but there's self-sabotage, self-fulfilling prophecy, and a negative mindset that needs to be cleared out. Your voice strikes a chord. Chain breaker, pattern interrupt. I, J, K, or L. I see you in my future. So it appears that this individual has come into your life for a purpose, and that you have some type of a healing balm or a healing voice. Maybe you're a healing singer or something of that nature. And potentially there is some great work that you are able to do together once this clearing has taken place. And maybe you are a healer and an initiator that goes through and like attunes other individuals to Reiki healing energy, or teaches Qigong or something like that, where it's the flow of energy. Or maybe you are a law of attraction teacher or something of that nature. So I'm going to leave that there. It looks like you have the sacred medicine for someone. Just going to take a moment, plug in here. All right, 1 minute and 27 and some change while we move into the sign of Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, what is your energy today? Sagittarius, where are you at? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you doing? What is this new authority that is bringing your passion into prosperity? Sagittarius, trying to impress you. Somebody trying to impress you with their power and their status and their prosperity. Maybe they are your great benefactor. Ooh, intensity does not equal intimacy. So maybe this person is a very aggressive speaker when they're trying to make an impression, and it's not as impressive to you. Maybe this person is like swinging their clout or swinging their member around, trying to mark their territory, and it's not as impressive as they think. Where are my Sagittarians? Thinking, feeling. All right. You inspire me. So even those that have those concerns and those ego needs that they want to be validated can inspire us to handle them in a different way, to handle our own insecurities in different ways, and to be curious about how we try to impress others and what our initial impression is upon others. So this may be you trying to make your mark in some type of a way. What is Sagittarius doing here? Let me reach for that. I love to cuddle, kiss, water. So maybe a love interest or just somebody that you really feel an affectionate bond with in some way. Maybe it's somebody whose confidence masks a little inner insecurity, sacral chakra. Yeah, somebody who may not feel worthy, and so they cling to the material and the status symbols of their value. Golden light code activation. Radiate and express your unique self, I would say. Breathe deeply into the fresh air. Take time in nature to ground, hydrate, cleanse, and clear. Mature masculine. Live a life full of love and light, but still master the throat punch. I need freedom. I feel you near me when we're miles apart. So I'm kind of feeling like, yeah, this person might be cute in a type of a way, but then I'm also feeling for others of you, this individual is somebody who you may feel threatened by their clout. You may feel like they're trying to be better than you, but I'm sensing that when they're being this way, it's based in insecurity and a need to have some type of acceptance and belonging. And so even though it isn't as impressive, maybe you can proactively work with these energies to validate without coddling egos. Maybe you have a method in that way. All right, who are you dealing with? So maybe that's you, right? It came out all on your side. So who are you dealing with? Legit? All right, so this person isn't blowing smoke. Maybe they are a boss. Maybe they do have their material stuff all in order, but I am sensing that even if their intentions are pure, that they have some self-worth, self-belief issues that are masked by their need for authority. I dream about you. Oops, Sad, she got a big pile here. Get out of hermitage for a change. So maybe you've been kind of on lockdown lately. Synchronicity, luck, and divine intervention. 1111 twin flame. Power couple. Virgo. Evil eye, return to sender. Observation, looking for clues. Keeping tabs. Low vibe entities, lower attachments. I wasn't at my best learning lessons. So yeah, this may be a powerful activation here where one person comes in the guise of a benefactor, because we have that card in the daily Dharma. It's not on the board, it was in one of the splits. And this person may still be dealing with quite a lot of these insecurities that we've been talking about, material concerns, the development of their own reputation and status, but the low vibe entities may just be that it just may be just that. They are learning their lessons about how to truly move into a powerful future, either with you or just a powerful transition in their own energy. So this could also be, I was feeling a father type of figure, like maybe you have distance between yourself and your father figure because this individual was always trying to be larger than life, and but you seem to be inspired by this person's example nonetheless, and that even though you may still feel affectionate there with this mature masculine, you still find yourself feeling challenged and somewhat either disrespected or like maybe they're not as proud of you as you wish that they were, and you feel the pressure of that judgment upon yourself here. And so this lower vibe attachment it's interfering with your ability to get out of your own way and out of your inner fear complexes here. But there's definitely a twin flame power couple here on the board. Somebody you've been dreaming about, and the synchronicities are lining you guys up. It's with legit. That's what we have here. And so looking for clues and keeping tabs. Somebody maybe this father figure or ex or whoever this was that put you in your head back when or recently is maybe trying to keep tabs and trying to keep you under their thumb. And so their vibration is stuck in the middle here. So any advice from ancestors? So divine intervention is helping you and protecting you from the intrusion of these aspects. Like maybe you're afraid that the twin flame person has some of the same characteristics or attributes as this individual's judgment from the past, and you're feeling challenged here and wondering if they have lower vibrational attachments. Maybe you both need to, or maybe you need to get out. Oh yeah, and get out of Hermitage is right next to Virgo, which is, Virgo is the Hermit card. Return, reunion, inner conflict. Very interesting. And maybe you're a Sag that is dealing with maybe a Virgo who's kind of staying in their own energy. Right. Okay, any other advice before we close out? I still don't feel like I finally got it. Karmic cycle and return, reunion, inner conflict, yes. Something coming through where you're cutting free of somebody who doesn't know how to love correctly and getting into your full intuition, your full channel, returning to love, returning to lucid state where you can perceive of what's really going on. Light features, hair, eyes, or complexion. You are so hot. Legalities, 3D contracts, dispute escalation. So this also, not to add in another side story, but it may also be somebody who's dealing with a divorce or some type of a dissolution of a soul contract or a 3D contract here. And it may be something that was based on money in the past, money, status, reputation, but this person wasn't getting the cuddles and kisses that they were longing for, and so they're waiting for that to finalize at the same time as encountering a new romance, putting them in inner conflict. Them, you, Sag. Is that you? All right, so moving on to Capricorn. Where are my Capricorns currently? Energetically, emotionally. Capricorn, what is going on with your energy here? Oh, really? Soul, star, chakra, transcendence, and guidance. So you're listening to your guiding light, following your soul star. You may be a star seed. True north, I feel you are my destiny. You feel like home. I see you in my future. brick house. So you're standing at a powerful point in your awareness where I'm feeling, even though it's brick house, okay, you have a powerful potential new romance or new workplace, or there's some type of future element coming in that seems like destiny. I mean, soul star, destiny, home, future. It's like the twin flame union again. I mean, that word is so thrown around. I hope you guys are not picky about it. If it bothers you, just insert the word soulmate. But some types of twin flame dynamics can be very traumatic and karmic in nature. That's what triggers me about it. So maybe that's what has kind of been leading somebody to be this brick house, is to be kind of more strong and stoic and withholding in some types of way. But there's this recognition of, you got inner child needs extreme resonance, overthinking, stress, nerves. Let's see, Capricorn. You're feeling vulnerable with somebody, feeling safe to be yourself, feeling stronger than you ever have to conquer your destiny, your passions, to stand in your understanding and authority and wisdom, feeling dynamic and abundant. So yeah, I'm feeling like whether this is a job opportunity or a partnership or romance, this is definitely a turning point in activating the next shift for yourself. All right. Okay, I'm not seeing a whole lot else coming out there for you. Let's go on to the person you're dealing with, Capricorn. We're getting overthinking, stress, and nerves again on their side. So both people are in their head, it seems. Somebody local. Awakening, wake-up call. They're having their own realization here, putting them in their head. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. They've got a lot to say. Compromise, choose battles, yield, and share. So there's some aspect of surrender here happening, and the communication of where both people are at and how to come together and integrate into the middle. Maybe future home destiny. It may be eventually dreaming about, imagining, fearing, all the fears and anxieties and hopes and dreams that come into moving into the next space. Like, for instance, moving into a home together, or contemplating somebody in your future for the long haul. Like, what would it be like to wake up next to you every day? Yeah, so share those thoughts and fears. Pluto, something is transforming. The power in a situation is changing. Yeah, authority, brick house, Pluto. Third eye chakra. So somebody's intuition is lit up. They're dreaming about you. Dealing with possibly some wake-up calls about codependence, possessiveness, jealousy, power control issues, any insecurities being brought up, and mother issues on this side. Spelling, mind your mind, guard your tongue. Thoughts become reality. So, yeah, with mother issues and Pluto, I'm thinking of the, is it an asteroid? No, it's a minor planet, Ceres. Ceres was Persephone's mother, and Persephone was the maiden who was abducted by Pluto and taken into the underworld and basically raped and her innocence stolen. Ceres, bereft with the kidnapping and the atrocities against her daughter, withheld the reign and the abundance in the harvest of the world until Pluto agreed to have, what do you call that, co-parenting time? Parenting. Gross, right? If you followed my drift there. But so then Pluto would have Persephone 6 months out of the year, and Ceres would have her 6 months of the year. So there's something here about like that mommy dearest energy, transforming the sense of innocence or atrocities that have led you to have some insecurities or this codependency, whether it's the fear of or not. Maybe there's something about the mother issue. The mother issue is not feeling that you were properly loved and nurtured and prepared maybe for emotional dynamism or something like that. Does that make sense? And so feeling that the mother had more to do with that than our own choices, there's an awakening here about how to take back control of the mind, to wake up to the situation, and to, instead of seeing this as somebody who's going to play out power and control issues here, to use our intuition to choose the battles and to share the fears and anxieties, and to yield to the authority of someone, to yield to the authority, to surrender. Yeah, the safety and security to yield to someone who would not hurt you, right? Mercury, get out of hermitage for a change. Light features, eyes, hair, or complexion. Self-sabotage, self-fulfilling prophecy, negative mindset. Gaslighting, manipulation, look deeper. Saturn, and I love to cuddle and kiss. So yes, on this side of the deck, I'm seeing the person that you're dealing with has a lot to still work through, and that they are trying to take back control of their life or of the pathway that they're on. Maybe they've found themselves stuck in a corner, stuck in a rut, and they have had to recognize the choices that put them in that negative mindset to overcome. Perhaps it was the mother's negativity that was communicated, and her doubts and fears and anxieties that were the gaslighting essence that repressed and suppressed this individual and led them to hide out. But ultimately, they're softening their energy here. They're softening their intuition and putting their thoughts and their stress and nerves back into perspective here to transform themselves in the right way to move forward here. So, all right, any ancestors' messages? Maybe a single parent involved in the situation, looking out for their child. Maybe that's the mother issue, where they're fearful of what could happen if somebody was in this terrible energy. Yeah, maybe that's the issue. Guarding and protecting the future, your children's future. Making somebody kind of prove themselves. Keep it simple. Rebel black sheep. Introvert. Timeline jump, quantum leap. 6666 is rebalancing that energy. Bored easily. Under the deck, yeah, keep it simple and date getting to know you. I love deep conversations. Walking away, Taurus, crown chakra, 5555, dark hair, complexion, eyes, separation, take time for alignment and glow up for the single parent. So yeah, somebody is moving away from, Maybe they're afraid to become bored or afraid of bored easily. Maybe their life, okay, I'm remembering something that came out the other day where Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks was talking about be careful not to indulge and be addicted and attached to jumping into this state of momentum and going as fast as you can down the wrong road before you address getting into proper alignment. So don't run before you've gotten your feet underneath you, because that's a good way to slip and fall, right? So there's a need for an individual here to really process and take some time for self-alignment, to recognize reality and expectations and how to separate the two and how to surrender to this prosperity, limitless possibilities, stars in the sky. Beautiful. Good job, Capricorn, on bringing in somebody that's looks like they're going to be a very powerful partner. Yeah, somebody for the long haul. Very nice. Interesting. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh, I got a full breath on that one, and just a lightness in the heart, a little flutter. Aquarius. Your card came out earlier. Third eye chakra. What's your intuition telling you? Using your spiritual authority regarding some passions that are arising within you. Something got you fired up. You're understanding an opportunity that's possibly fleeting. Wanting to believe in yourself. Is this a new job or something where you're able to like put in for a raise or put in for the house that you've been wanting and dreaming of, and or somebody offering you price on your house or something? I don't know. Aquarius. Let's see, what is your intuition telling you about? Where is this prosperity coming from? Aquarius. Okay. So you're getting the green light on something, yeah. Chain breaker, pattern interrupt. Maybe this house or whatever, you're getting the green light on something that's going to be changing, and this intuition is telling you that this is going to change something, some type of dynamic that's been at play, like a long period of financial insecurity is being moved. I, J, K, or L. Mars and obsession. Passionate obsession. Maybe there's a hobby that is like an obsession for you that's breaking you free from stagnation. Russian energy, chain breaker. Oh, breaking the chain of obsession with new actions, getting the green light or giving the green light on something. Ooh, psychic attack. Yeah, so somebody's been obsessed with taking you down a notch, has been aggressively trying to block your intuition or your understanding. Possibly somebody with the initials I, J, K, or L. But there's a green light here. So it seems like your intuition is telling you how to break free from this and how to take back your energy, what new moves are going to open up your path and sidestep the psychic attack. 9999, putting an end to it. So who are you dealing with over here, Aquarius? Chemistry, heart chakra, sacral chakra, getting advice from friends, regrets, I'm sorry. So somebody who I'm feeling with heart and sacral, it's somebody who doubts their self-worth, has many insecurities, probably body issues, and is in a place of judgment and petty energy. They're hurt. Hurt people, hurt people. And I feel like at first they thought that this was just a response to what you were putting out there, but as they've gotten advice from friends or therapy or something else maybe, that they're seeing that they're responsible for something in a new way. So they're understanding that their insecurities and their heart-based wounds have led to them being like a chemical imbalance on some level. Oh, okay. So maybe you're in an extreme period of healing, rebalancing your heart and sacral chakra through the help with another. Maybe it's your friend or your therapist or your partner, somebody that is helping you to work through a troubling time and to get yourself back into balance. I need freedom. Yeah, so there may be still this may be somebody you had chemistry with on a romantic level as well. But you're being given the green light for breaking free of this energy here. And no matter how much this person says that they love you and appreciate you and value you, yeah, they're coming across as a love bomber. Just as I said, no matter how much they say, they don't know how to appropriately love you, perhaps. So they are maybe an ungrounded type of a personality that may not know how to handle their own business, how to make their own decisions, or even keep the house or pay the bills in a timely fashion. Yet clearing my space and energy for this. This individual has been, I hate to say it, but it's feeling like an immature energy here that came across and influenced you and in some type of a way where you're reclaiming your energy from that mature feminine. Interesting. So maybe one of your friends also that wasn't in a healed position gave you advice and that lit you up. But yeah, there's a green light here to break through this energy. So what do the ancestors have to say about that? Anything else from the ancestors? Ooh, I want to take a whole slew of them. Capricorn, maybe some aspect of getting back to basics, getting back to pursuing something that gives us a sense of accomplishment and pride, getting back into our own objectives and our own passions, having the personal authority. Yeah, and showing somebody how to handle their own energy, like somebody with maybe daddy issues or something that was taking other people for granted. Intensity does not equal intimacy. So yeah, there's some kind of chemical attraction here that's some type of maybe like I said immature and then I got mature feminine. So this chain breaker is perhaps you coming into this individual's life. They were at their best, and them having made some kind of transgression here, that you are offering them a pattern interrupt where you are using your understanding and authority of the dynamics at play in the situation to harness your true belief here and create some greater possibility for abundance and prosperity out of the passionate passionate exchanges that are going on here, for better or for worse. Because passion can be anger, it can be obsession, I think of you all day, coming to see you, power couple, E, F, G, and H, goat, highly protected and favored by the divine, young female, I want to marry you. Nice. Enlighten your energy, play, joy, humor, and staying stable in your energy here. So stability and balancing out the chemistry here, calling people out on how they use their energy, and making sure that other individuals are not, like with this getting advice from friends, I was feeling gossip. And so with friends and family, when they make their judgments about what you should or shouldn't do, or, you know, I love you, but you are something lower that's offensive, right? Well, if you love me, then why would you tell me something awful about myself? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Scorpio, it looks like you are shutting someone's sense of righteous judgment down and telling them to mind their own business and taking back your power and balancing your own self out there. But it was a green light. I think that this is going to help you to move forward in many other areas of your life towards greater attainment on some type of a level. It definitely seems like the spiritual authority and the morality and ethical choices that other people are projecting upon you, you're just taking back your power from those situations, I feel. Did I say Scorpio? I was on Aquarius. That was Aquarius. All right, last sign, Pisces. As usual, last but not least, Pisces. How are my Pisces people doing today? Who are you working with? Oh, that was literally about a quarter, half of the deck. Seeing Neptune, legit, tension, senses peaked, legalities, 3D contracts, disputes, escalation, and Mercury. Mercury is governs contracts and conversations and communication. MNOP may be codependent or judgmental here, insecure. Okay, I'm seeing Pisces. The first card that fully pops out is Goat, highly protected and favored by the divine. Good job. You must be putting in your work, setting your intentions, and doing the best that you can do to lead a life of purpose and love and light. Good job. So, greatest of all time. Ooh. So you may be highly celebrated in some type of a walk of life right now. I see gratitude, but I really want to get these cards and not these huge stacks. All right, there we go, Pisces. You have a lot to say as well. Let's see what's going on for you. So you're feeling this energy of protection and protecting your own future. And with those 3D contracts, maybe you had a mutual enterprise that is dissolving or something of that nature. Or maybe you're entering one. There's an overlooked opportunity here. Possibly has to do with somebody with light features, eyes, hair, or complexion. Soul retrieval. So gathering back to yourself all of your energy, all of your misjudged, shadowy elements of self, integrating back in for healing. All right, so Pisces, who are you dealing with here? Possibly a Virgo. Virgo and Pisces are opposites on the zodiacal wheel. So this may be an opposite to attract. your possibly our Pisces have more of an optimistic, ethereal, otherworldly, meditative, compassionate, soft energy quite often, if they don't have other attributes or signs that bring them more down to earth or more watery. And Virgo is very earthly, very practical, very detail-oriented. Build bridges. So there may have been some type of a dispute and you're taking back your power, looking at an opportunity at another time, like maybe you need to build a bridge with some type of a person that you thought things were over, but there's an opportunity here for future, for working together in the future. I'm seeing 5555, toxic friend or family member. Interesting. So maybe this Virgo is trying to rebuild a bridge towards you, and they are the toxic one that's trying to change up you, leaving them behind. Oh, and then I'm seeing Pisces popping out on their side. Synchronicity, luck, and divine intervention. So, divine intervention, positive attitude is going to help things get going. What else for the person that you're dealing with here? So, that's interesting. I miss you. Stand firm, authority, wisdom, intuition, sacred space, lucid, protect. Legit. So your intuition is on point about this toxic friend or family member that may be trying to reestablish a hook with you or to reconnect with you, saying that they miss you and that they've been having synchronicities that have reminded them of you. Somebody's trying to draw you back in, but stand firm on this and protect your future. You're highly protected and favored by the divine. And seeing through this helps you to reclaim your power and your authority in the situation. And it protects your passionate enterprises and your prosperity of your future from commingling with somebody who would probably just do the same thing that they already did to you in the past, in the future. So, yeah. Trauma bonding. Yeah, workaholic, glow up. I'm clearing my space and energy for this stealth tactics games. I, J, K, or L. You feel like home. Chain breaker. Interrupt. Green light. Frenemies. Yeah. Yeah, you've got somebody here that's trying to come back in. So, okay, what is the advice from the ancestors, spirit, God, source, angels, archangels, whoever you want to call in, your spirit guides? I think of you all day. This may be somebody that you are also thinking about because they have you on their mind or vice versa. But don't dismiss the details of the situation here, and don't obsess about overlooked opportunities. I'm seeing single parent, mask front, next 48 hours. So yeah, this person is going to really be fronting and trying to show you their best side. Maybe will try to appeal to you as a single parent, or with their neediness as a single parent, or something else of that nature. Or maybe you guys share a child together and they're trying to say, oh, well, the kid needs this or that, or I want to work it out for the kids and let's get together. But, or coming to see you, overthinking, stress, nerves, E, F, G, or H. And then we have cutting cords and release over here. Seems very appropriate. Ancestors are sending signs and synchronicities. Compromise, choose your battles, yield and share. I like lots of attention, action, and fire. Psychic attack, gaslighting, manipulation, look deeper, I want to marry you. So cut cords and release from this gaslighter who wants to marry you. It's probably for the wrong reasons. They are not who they're appearing to be. They see a future with you because they understand how solid and stable you are, and that you're the greatest of all time. And so you're being told to cut cords with that type of toxicity and to build confidence, work on yourself, to explore and express your own unique individuality, and to take accountability for your own action, and to recognize those copycat energies. Anything you can do, I can do better. Follower. Chakra activation. Be still, integrate, meditate, and balance. I am sovereign. There you go. So, as usual, I'm going to go ahead and just throw a couple of these Love Notes from the Universe cards for everybody. Should probably tell those, like Aries and at the beginning of the zodiac, that we're going to do this at the end so they don't just cut out of the video early, right? When it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their yee-haw quality above all others. Have it your way. Special orders don't upset us. The universe. Yee-haw. So having fun, and not people that are always so serious or a stick in the mud or boring or something like that. Do something new, something different. Ever notice how it's easier to fall in love and to be fallen in love with when you're busy? Thank goodness I'm you, the universe. So just being yourself makes you divine, and it helps you to be in the flow of love and to allow things to come into your life without resistance. The only difference between a friend and a foe is that you've decided where love can grow. And then it says, ho, the universe. I've read that a whole bunch of times, and I've never seen that. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one right there. There isn't a soul on the planet who doesn't crave your approval. So maybe this other copycat energy just wants to be part of your life because they see that you have a solid, stable, loving base, and they just want that love in their life, and they just need to be helped into developing it for themselves. And sometimes this may need to be just remaining friends rather than demonizing or making them into an enemy. And sometimes we have to see that there is no growth in a situation, right? Some are better loved at a distance, for a while anyways, and that's okay. Besides, love doesn't really know the difference. Tally-ho, the universe. The older the soul, the softer the glance and the quicker the smile, and the sooner to say, I love you. They also skip and wink more than normal and hold hands with those they walk beside. Utterly fearless. The universe. All right, I'm leaving it all there. Good luck to all of you in getting through all of those lessons and opportunities that are presenting. We are definitely entering into a time where the universe is in charge, and we're being told to allow things to develop and to show themselves to us, and to be accountable and to look at what everything is saying about ourselves, to look within for the awareness and spiritual authority to unlock the dynamic inner self and the dynamic power of our passions. It's the key to our prosperity moving forward. So good luck with all of that. Take good care of yourself, and we'll be back next Monday.